did they not do 24?
I don't think they did. No, I think 23 was the last mobile one. Because originally it always used to be, because they sort of moved around a bit, because the mobile ones always used to be even numbers.
Yeah.
And the full games were odd numbers, 15, 17, 90. And then they fucked that system up with 22.
Yeah. And then it went at 20.
And mobile became 23. And then we're now on 25. I'm guessing we'll get a mobile maybe 26, 27.
And then we'll go even for 28.
I think we'll have a full size on 28. If they're now going to drop to this three-year gap system. Personally, I would mind pushing it a bit further, go for like a 5-year gap. You know, do us a 30 next. I think they've got the ability to flesh this one out. I mean, look at what we've got coming. We've got fish farming coming. Which is something we've never seen in before. We've had little mods to that way.
Yeah.
Because we had that one on Silver Run. But like I say, when you get a chance, have a look at the Dagwin videos.
Was it Silver Run with the fish farm?
We had it on the Silver Run, we had it right down on the coast. Not far from the boat maker.
Anyway.
Yeah. I clearly remember that. It was like you had concrete ramps at each side, you had to give you like feeds and something else. But like I say, you look at it like you've got choice of how you can do it. You can either do, well, I don't know how to. This is all in the videos you can go and see. I'm not really spoiling anything. They've almost done it the same way the rice is done. So you get like a polytunnel that you throw young fish in. From what I saw, there was salmon or trout. Then once they get to a certain age, you transfer them and you can actually build on the water. Yeah, they're like floating, like almost like giant like bowls. Now, whether you were going to have to buy whether they're going to have viable water plots in that map to do it on or not, I don't know. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen. Like I said, the footage I saw was literally taken straight from FarmCon. He hadn't even done any extra commentary over it.
I'll have a...
But like, you can drive the boat. The boat has a proper crane on it for helping to load it and everything.
Yeah, I've just sort of gathered that from
It's definitely a map I'm going to look at. Like I say, if you, one of us, I'll say it now, folks, and one of us will be doing a series on it.
It's probably more like me,
Which is fair enough. I'll go with the other one I was thinking of doing. No, it's fair enough. I'm not.
Well, it's just for the fact that obviously you've got Riverbend. This is a multiplayer.
Yeah, like I say, once Riverbend ends, I've already got an idea of where I'm going next.
And obviously I've said I want to get doing a little bit more single player, but as discussion...
Yeah.
Excuse me, as you saw the other night, when I mentioned it to you, the other day when I mentioned it to you, and you saw what got responded. So... And it's like, well...
But yeah, if you're doing that, then I'll say I'll move on to that Irish map.
But defeat kind of defeats my object, doesn't it?
Well, you just have to... You still do it in a single player, you just have to, you know, because of timings and that.
Yeah,
because you record at odd times anyway, compared to all how I do and that.
You are?
You record at odd times anyway, because with the hours you're awake and everything.
Well, it's not the hours I record, it's more... the days I record, if you know what I mean. Because, like I said to Tim, I've got a lot of ideas for when I get back. I just don't want to put too much on myself.
Yeah.
because we stream.
Oh yeah, no, I fully get that. I
You know,
agree with you.
We stream twice a week.
Well, more than that, 3 times often.
3 times?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday out of season. What do you mean, you and Tim on this one?
No, I mean just in general.
3 times a week, isn't it? Technically you do like 5.
Like it'd be Monday. For example, if it's like console, it'd be Monday. It'd be technically Monday, Tuesday. Well, Tuesday would be record, but Wednesday. It depends because if Alan's around, if me and Alan are doing something.
So that's what I mean.
Could be up to 7.
Yeah.
Which is too much.
Yeah, I can't do 7. I need my breaks here and there.
We used to do a lot.
I know we did it, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you realise you were doing too much. I know it sounds stupid,
but it's like.
And I know sometimes when I'm not streaming, I may be playing a game anyway. But there is a different level of playing something to yourself versus trying to make a video out of it.
Well, it's like now, recently I've just been messing around with Railroader.
Well, it's like you've seen me, I dick around with Car Mechanic.
Yeah, but I've got.
Now, I've tried to bring that to the channel a couple of times.
It doesn't really work.
And it never grabs, and it's slow going, and I understand that. It's difficult to make.
Well, most games we do aren't quick paced.
Yeah, but I think Car Mechanic somehow can be especially.
Yeah, but unless you heavy condense your editing.
That's what I mean.
It's not easy to do that.
But so that's why I say I dick around with that one. Rainmill, which is literally, you're pretty much facing it.
You know what I mean? I've always been the type of the unedited. If there is portions of bits that need to come out.
Well, the only bits I really do is the odd cut and maybe a time lapse or 2. I don't like to cut big chunks out. If I can help it.
Farm Sim's different. Which, obviously, when it comes...
I did some recording today and I had to cut a bit out because I was dealing with my trailer of wood chips and the 9 frames a second wasn't pleasant to watch.
No.
So I literally said, right, I'm going to pause this, guys, you'll see me when I get to the sell point. Because literally, I had 75 pallets on a trailer and the game was not happy.
Wood chips actually need a trailer and a tractor. So.
Fair enough.
But I need to, right now...
I don't know what Farm Sim have done, what Giants have done to this game. At the moment, if a car goes past in the distance, you see the wheels and the driver and nothing else. It's like freaking Wonder Woman's going past.
Yeah.
Literally, all you could see is the wheels and the driver. It's like, what have they managed to do to cause that? Why are the wheels the first thing the game's spawning? Why the potatoes are planted?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know.
I wish I could tell you, but it's just like, what the hell have they managed to do? Right, so I shall get on with a bit of fertilising then next.
Unless you want to quickly take a tractor and one of the trailers up to the sawmill.
Sawmill. I can do if you want, but for the wood chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that for you. Give me a second, let me just bring this one in back to the farmyard.
We need to tidy at some point.
That might be something I do off stream, which I know it goes against what I just said, Are you and Tim on tomorrow night?
Yeah, because it'll be the final satisfactory stream.
Right,
before I
okay.
go away.
I might try and... That might be a job for me Wednesday night, then I'll jump on the server and have a good tidy up round here.
Because we've got quite a big project to do.
Fair enough.
Nuclear power. Yeah, and after I've seen the modeler, because we use a modeler,
Oh yeah, Steam informs me quite often that Tim's on the satisfactory modeler.
sometimes he's not, sometimes he is. It seems to Steam sometimes for him, it seems to stick that process. So when he shuts it down, the process gets stuck.
Okay.
So it
I just sometimes when I see the little square in the corner of the screen, like I'm playing Farms, when I just see.
Yeah, sometimes he is.
But I haven't watched London yet.
Today is.
Looks like the last. What?
Today is.
Yes, it is.
Which one was yesterday's?
Looks like it's called it the grand finale.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Nope. Not
So
seen
I'm
it.
guessing it's the last one, so no, I haven't watched it either. I didn't get a chance today.
No.
I stopped watching them on the Sunday night because I don't know what it is, and we've just
He's erratic with his time and release time. And
yeah, he's definitely not got them time. He's definitely not got them scheduled.
no.
And like this morning, I was up at 5 AM because I had to be through Ulverston. Tried to leave my house at 5:20. So by like 10:30, he hadn't uploaded yet. I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit and watch an hour's video starting at 11. So I'll probably watch it tomorrow or something. But yeah, he can't have them scheduled. He must just be going and like hitting live himself.
Yeah.
Which seems a weird way of doing things to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but I like to have it all nicely scheduled up. It's something that you very much because of how you do things, but I'd much rather do it that way.
The problem is if I didn't do it the way we do it now, it'd be if I did it like John did it, there'd be fucking chaos with the amount of shit we've got going out.
Not only that, what would worry me is I hate having completed videos sat on my system not uploaded.
Yeah.
So I think if my PC goes wrong or I have any kind of hard drive problem, that's lost. Once it's on the channel, it's safe.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
If YouTube frick up and lose it, it's a different debate, but that has never happened so far, touch wood.
Yeah, don't. That would be a lot of videos I cannot recover.
No, I don't think I think YouTube will have backups. But you know what I mean, though. The idea of me having stuff sat on my PC that's not on the channel yet terrifies me.
Well, there is something that's not sat on the channel yet, but that doesn't go out on the channel because, well, it does, but it goes.
Oh no, there will be stuff like I've got 2 now that haven't been rendered yet.
Well, I've got.
But as soon as I'm able to, they go up.
Yeah, well, I say, I literally will have to get everything from tonight, tomorrow, done tomorrow night.
Plans, right.
Basically, I've got to get podcast done tonight, but that's a 3-minute job. That's how quick it renders.
Yeah. No, don't forget, I use Vegas for my MP3s. So, like, I use Vegas to do this.
It's the checker flag, Nico. You did it, dude. Podium. MP3, baby.
It renders MP3s out in seconds. He's got no video file to deal with.
No, but obviously DaVinci doesn't take long, depending on the length of the episode. I mean, what we've done tonight, audio-wise, will take because of the audio, the way I have it, the audio, because it doesn't lose its quality, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
During rendering, it's a case of it has it done within 2 minutes or so. But that's just what I do to the audio.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I bet I can't do it. It's not, no, it's not.
What do you want?
Fucking dumbass.
There you go, that one.
Fucking dumbass.
See, that used to be anybody that's heard that, that used to be distorted, and
Because it was the one I took off my footage, where we're now reading it off Chris's footage, it's quite a lot clearer. Because I was having some audio issues with mine that day. And I'd had to, audio is so self-inflicted, I will that. I'd freaked my settings up slightly.
but
Luckily for us, we don't use my audio unless we absolutely have to, so it wasn't the biggest.
no, but obviously they were pretty good clips, that they were kind of good clips on TikTok, which I couldn't really use, because even I tried to mess with your audio.
Yeah, but what you could do is, if you know where they are, is
I didn't.
grab them. I'll have to go back and look and see if I can timestamps, but
That was the problem, I didn't. At the time, and it's like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's, I mean, eventually I know you'll probably end up moving away from Vegas.
Oh, once I get the machine, which, like I said to you earlier, is I'm going to be starting to work on that in the coming week. I will move over the same to you. It's just like that. I've tried DaVinci on this machine; it won't even open.
But I will.
You know, it's not like I'm belligerently some loyalty to Vegas. It's just Vegas works with me.
Yeah, but I obviously. Oh, I used to be heavy on Vegas. I used to use Vegas.
Yeah. Once I get the chance, I will swap over. It's just like I say.
Yeah, the only thing you'll have to get used to learning is how is time lapsing with it.
To be fair, I've had to learn how to do that with Vegas, so it's like.
Yeah. But in terms of video quality, in terms of videos, I'm going to get you to stop using
Just start using
MP4s. What the fuck?
What?
That's better. Don't know. Had a weird moment there.
It's your age.
No, with the game. It sort of
It's your age.
froze. Yeah. Because I'll get you to stop using MP4s and start getting you to go to MKV. The reason why MKV is better is if you happen to something happen during a recording of your MKV, it can be recoverable. If you're in an MP4 and something happens, you've lost.
Okay, yeah, the game's definitely not happy because something funny happened to me there. I went to go and visit the temple,
Yeah.
and I didn't move.
Yeah.
The game showed me as at the temple, but I was still looking at my tractor over at the sawmill.
Yeah, Summit was having a funny couple of minutes.
Yeah, definitely. I made just clearing some pallets and that away from the sawmill, and I've collected most of the wood chips, like you said. There's near enough a trailer full already. This trailer's 69% full, nice.
It's not bad.
I'm now getting into the ones there here.
But because you know that you play a lot of ETS 2 and stuff, advanced.
Yeah.
Well, MKV's a lot better for movement.
Fair enough. Right, so there's 31,000 litres of wood chips in this trailer. 82%.
It's just like and there is obviously, you know, when you're on your different machine, you can, when you're recording, you can also bump the bit rate up on your recording, so it helps.
Yeah.
You don't have to go stupid quality. I mean, I go about 9,000.
Yeah.
It
So
works.
once you end up with a ridiculously high file sizes like this machine for some reason produces, we never quite got to the bottom of, but if we try and lower the picture quality, if we try and lower the bit rate, the picture quality goes to absolute turd.
Yeah. But, like I say, I run this about 9,000.
What am I running at? Yeah. To be fair, I'm running at 8.5, between 8.5 and 10,000 according to the thing right next to it. Jumping around a little bit, but around the 9k mark.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your total? Yeah.
So far is 4.6 gig.
Oh, you're running about the same file size as me then.
Listen. One thing, we're going meta here today. You know we did that OBS update, was it last week?
Yeah.
I've had a couple of crashes since.
Yeah.
But not when recording, it's been like I've been to close the program and it's crashed rather than closed.
Yeah, but what does it do when it comes to open?
You then get that message about there was a problem, do you want to run it in
I
safe
get
mode?
that all the time.
Oh no, I only get it after it's had an issue.
Do you know what? Yeah, but I get that every time I start OBS. Do you know why?
Go on.
The plugin.
Oh,
What plugin do you run?
I don't think a lot. I don't run that
Steam
one
Deck.
that you gave me. Oh, Steam Deck, yeah.
The
That's
Stream Deck is a plugin.
That's the only one, because I did have that one that was doing the like TikTok style replays, but I took that back out again. Because I don't really need it, because you only use it because it puts your webcam underneath and does it.
I don't use it anymore.
No, I toyed with it, and I tried putting that chapter marker thing in it. Basically Vegas wouldn't pick it up, so I took that back out. I still have the button on my Stream Deck for that. I've never actually reassigned it.
Well, it's like when, rather than, it's like I did that clip last night for the voice thing. I created the clip on Twitch, but then downloaded it and then deleted the clip.
And that was a lot of wood to the temple.
Because it keeps the clip on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's really annoying, the way Twitch.
Yeah, isn't Twitch changing a lot of that coming up, where they're not actually going to hold stuff like that for as long?
They've already done it.
Oh, they are, okay.
If anybody was to upload anything to Twitch, you only get 100 gig, whatever. There's storage limit now.
I don't know, because the thing I heard about it was actually a lot of the speedrunning community have like past runs on there, and they were all starting to get worried because obviously if they're going to lose them, because they're the evidence of the records.
It's mainly, what that classes as is you're not gonna lose them if it's something you've saved. You only get a set amount of space.
Yeah, so you'd have to start clearing stuff out, put more in if you wanted.
Yeah. But ideally on any like past streams or previous broadcasts get deleted after 90 days.
Yeah.
Which past broadcasts don't bother me, you know what I mean?
I know your channel has a few old, because there's clips from our crew, from our days on the crew too in there.
Yeah, because that was something I kept.
Yeah. Now they're going to be a good few years at this point.
That was me and you messing around.
When you nearly lost a Porsche into space, wasn't it?
It was a drag car and I ended up flipping it.
Yeah.
I backflipped it over when we were messing around down salt flats.
I think I had the Viper and you had the Porsche, wasn't it?
I don't know, it was some drag car.
Drag builds, yeah, and like you ended up, I think you clipped a rock and absolutely set yourself flying through the air.
Yeah, but landed it on back on its wheels. That's why it got clipped. Because, I mean, it's like, I don't know if I got confused because there's clips from Roadcraft that you clipped. And I don't know if I ever put them on TikTok or not. I was confused whether I had.
I don't know, because I jumped into one of your streams once and you were, it's like I think, was it you and Alan were playing ETS once and I clipped a couple of them. Because you crashed into an AI truck or something. And I just happened to be watching at like the right moment.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I may eventually go back into ETS. I did have an entire plan for ETS too, but unfortunately that
I have an idea around, a small idea for it right now.
Yeah, but that plan's gone out the window. Not
Which I can say because the long past. Basically, I've got a thing in front of me now with all the dates on for my Riverbend series, so I can keep track. And what I've realised is I have both Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
I'm sure the Christmas and winter shit will be coming back out for ETS.
Well, I'm thinking of something special I can do on ETS involving snow, because I guarantee you, as much as I try to, I managed to be in the middle of summer in Farm Sim on Christmas Day. The chances of me actually being in winter at the right time, you know what it's like. So I was just thinking of doing like a Christmas special in ETS or something. I'm actually thinking about that now, because if I do it, I might try and get it done like now.
But you just really need to check your audio levels as well at some point.
From what I've been listening back to my farms and stuff, and now I've got them settled, they're quite good. Certainly, I'm happy with them. I did find a mod for ETS too that would just cover the entire map in snow. So I was like, if I put that on, and then I was going to do like a haul up to Greenland or something, like my Christmas special.
Problem is, I try to plan shit around like thinking about Christmas and stuff, but it never.
No, normally we leave it far too late.
Well, it's not that. I don't.
That's why I'm talking.
Sometimes
about
I don't have ideas.
Well, that's the other thing. But usually in the past, we've left it way too late to talk about it.
I mean, I've been speaking to Tim about spooky season.
It's why as soon as I realised, I messaged you, didn't I? Instead of you got any plans before I start.
Yeah, well.
Because obviously, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, if you want them, you've got them, no questions asked.
Yeah, but I generally don't, and the problem is I generally don't expect people to. Usually you would expect you don't get a lot of views on them days.
I know, I feel nice if I put like a special out, you know, something that acknowledges it's that day.
I mean, technically you'd have to do one for the 23rd and 24th. Now,
I wouldn't, because my 2 days would be the 23rd and 25th.
No, sorry, you'd have to do the 24th and 25th. If you were doing if you were doing like Greenland, Norway way, you would have to do the 24th, because technically they do Christmas Day on the 24th.
I wasn't thinking that deeply into it.
No, it's just with having family
Yeah.
who.
Oh yeah, no, I
And
get.
Sweden,
I'm-
they do sort of the 24th, 25th.
Yeah.
It's weird how they do it.
yeah, they probably think it's weird how we do it. So
But we do it on the 25th.
yeah, good old Jeebus's birthday.
You're talking about gibbers again.
Aye, but save me, Jeebus.
No, it's gibbers. Oh, that was
Our
funny.
Lord,
I was
our Lord and Saviour JC, not Clarkson for once.
I was looking. Oh, did you actually see the grid walk? Forgot to
No, I did
mention that during the podcast.
I told you, we literally, because we watched the recording back, we pretty much jumped to like the when they told you through the grid. You know, when they list the grid,
yeah.
we literally joined in there.
Because obviously Clarkson was there.
Caleb was there, wasn't he? I saw
Caleb
about
was
that.
there. And
I don't think Diddley Squat's far from Silverstone, is it?
Cotswolds, isn't it?
I don't think it's that far.
And obviously, they were. Caleb mentioned about a tractor or something, and he said, "Well, I can't say, I can't swear because we're live on air." But
Have you actually watched his like comedy show thing on Amazon?
yeah,
It was alright, because he's not a comedian and not an actor, but yeah, it was
one bad.
fair play to him. He's cashing in while he's got the chance. I kind of admire that in a way. You know, he always dreamed of owning his own farm, and if he plays this right, he'll almost certainly do it. So he'll make enough money off all of these to do it.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. Do you think Amazon would approach him for his own series? His own, like,
I don't know if you do it. I don't know if they do that. I'm not sure. Maybe a special or two. I don't think he'd get a full.
Because technically, isn't he full time with Clarkson?
But he still has the contracting side of things, doesn't he? Because you see, I've Caleb Group contracting on Facebook, and you see him. I think he pretty much is full-time farm manager, but I think obviously he does his own. He probably has farmers he's worked for years in that area. He'll just keep going back to. Tell you, there's big money in contracting, because there's a lot of farms don't want to buy the big expensive machinery.
No.
So if you can, like Clarkson every year goes and borrows that guy's harvester, doesn't he? I'd like to see Clarkson buy his own. I think that'd be an interesting to actually buy a harvester. Every year they use that same class harvester. With somebody else, because I'm guessing he's a guy who just like contracts it out.
Probably.
The only problem with that is if you're contracting, you tend to want it at the same time as everybody else does.
Yeah.
Whereas at least if you own your own,
Well, it depends.
yeah, don't get me wrong, it sits for 9 months of the year doing nothing.
But
But it's
depends if he has more than one.
he might have a. Yeah, but you're still gonna be.
He might have one he keeps for himself.
No, but I mean in general.
One he
from
puts out on
Clark's point of view,
contracts, one he has for himself.
Possibly, he could have one. I could have, a fleet of them.
Well,
But I mean, from Clark's point of view, if he's renting, if he's borrowing it, the trouble is, he tends to want it at the same time as everybody else. Because all your fields tend to be ready in the same area at pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
But say if Clarkson was to buy one,
it mightn't season third.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to do a buy. There we go.
What's that for?
The oil mill.
No,
So that means once that once them sunflowers are ready,
but, you know, it's got a... You know, you've just got to think that...
could you imagine if Clarkson bought a harvester? Knowing him, he'd buy one like the one we've got on this series, and he like won't be able to fit through any gate holes or anything stupid.
I think he did.
Right.
I don't... I mean, yeah, it's Clarkson we're talking about. I think he would probably get Caleb's advice on it.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Or you would hope so, certainly.
Problem was, yeah, he went for that other bloody Lamborghini tractor which he sold.
Yeah. The wee badge Deutsch.
Yeah.
It's when he had all the different tractors there at the farm, and I'm like, buy the Fendt, you know you want to.
I don't get why he just didn't buy one of the others.
We might find out in the next series he did, you never know. But like I say, there was that 720 there. Perfect machine.
What's your obsession with Fendt?
Good quality.
Yes, but there was other...
Good quality German engineering.
There was other tractors there that would have done the job just as nice.
Oh yeah, granted. Basically, as long as you don't buy the John Deere, you're going to be alright.
Yeah.
You know, and don't buy the John Deere, only buy the John Deere if you don't ever plan to maintain or repair it.
You know, it was a nice massey and a nice bloody... Did he have a voucher? I don't know.
I think at a voucher, just with the McCormick was an interesting prospect.
I just...
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
You know, I know it's Clarkson, but problem is that I know he needs to not take it seriously, but take it seriously.
I think when it matters, I think he does. You
Yeah,
also don't know how much of what you see is the act. You know what I mean? And the old Top Gear days, at the end of the day, he was an actor, he was playing a character. The character he was playing was Jeremy Clarkson.
But it's just a case of...
It's like whenever the clip comes around of the story of how he went to the Porsche 928 to see his dad. To me, that's when you see the true Clarkson, not the act.
The what?
How he, you know, the rail goes around the inside, you'd have to look up properly. But basically, he was down in London. He got a phone call from his mother saying his dad was basically on death's door. Get here now. He said he'd just finished cooking a roast chicken, so he thought he'll take that because his mother won't have eaten. He says he got from London to Sheffield, the chicken was still warm. He had a Porsche 928 on pressed car.
Could not get away with shit like that right now. Could you?
And he actually says, his words are, and I think he said his dad died some like half an hour after he got there.
Christ.
If he hadn't been in a car that could sit comfortably at 170 miles an hour, he's not saying he went that fast, he's saying that's what the car was capable of. Read your own conclusion. If he wasn't in a car that could do that, he probably would never have he probably wouldn't have got there.
Christ.
And you can sort of see the way he describes it, that, you know, what that meant to him and what that did.
Yeah, it's not an act.
There's no act. Because Because apparently, I didn't know this. You remember all that controversy during the Falkland special? Because of that Porsche with the number plate on.
Was it not a Jag?
No, it was a Porsche 928.
Hmm.
And apparently it was the same spec, the same colour as the one that he'd done that in.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's a very, the way he tells it, he says, a car capable of cruising at 170 miles an hour. I mean, you do the maths of like London to Sheffield, and he'd have been moving.
Well, what is it? It's a good. It's 5.5. I can tell you that now. From Windsor to Blackpool, it's 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. That's from Windsor up to Blackpool. And I know I've driven it.
So the Sheffield side, I would reckon, would be something similar, if not slightly more.
Depends which way when.
It also depends exactly where in London and that, which is what. I think he's deliberately a little vague on the details because he doesn't want people putting the actual numbers together.
Probably not.
Because as you say, the general conclusion is he must have spent most of his time at the other side of triple figures.
I mean,
But as you say, back then you could get away with because there wasn't speed cameras on every corner.
and smart motorways and
Yeah.
all that bollocks.
Oh yeah.
But you could do a rough comparison from just say London to Sheffield. Which obviously you don't know where in Sheffield either, so
Well, I would assume the hospital.
but you don't know which one.
The way he tells it, his films division is the hospital. I think there's only one big one in Sheffield.
Quite a few actually.
He said there's only one main one I know of.
Well, there's the big one in Sheffield. But you've got all the other departments, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It depends what unit, but yeah. Just basically you can easily do London to Sheffield in about just under 3.5 hours.
Alright, so it's actually not quite as far as I thought.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 hours if you bang it up. If you bang it up the M1.
That's what she said.
Nah, seriously. If it was up the M, like depends which way you go out of London. If it's the, because I think I got the M40 to Blackpool.
I'm not sure now. I don't know down south that well. You know, most of my like driving patches up this way.
Or did I go up the M1? Trying to remember. Could have been the M25.
But yeah, the worker planting the red beets is actually finished.
Could have been the M25.
Jesus, said Paddy.
See, because I went from Windsor to, and I just was basically say Blackpool. Because we left on the Sunday. So if you go on the toll road, it's about 4, depending on this time, because of this time of night it is as well. That's why it doesn't give you the accurate. description, but I think we, just for example, there goes David. We left, I think we left, when we went down to Legoland, we left Windsor about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Hmm. Should I get the AI to start putting the canola down on 3?
Did I need to re-rip it?
I think you've done it.
Oh, if I've done it, yeah. Yeah.
You've done it.
Yeah, it
You've
takes,
just got to do rice paddies to do.
yeah, it can take between 3 hours 40 or 5 hours to about 5 hours. And from there, that gets annoying when you try and do that. And I didn't toll road it either when I went down there. Now, if I ever went again, I would.
Oh, the tolls with this money. Tolls with this money every time.
I'd toll road it because you know why? Because I'd pay I'd pay £7.
Yeah.
I'd pay it in enough, you know, do it in enough time. I'd pay £7, get the exemption. My car would be exempt from the toll roads.
Right, fair enough.
Because it's a mobility, you get exemption on toll roads.
Alright. Fair
Because
enough.
your vehicle's classed as it is, so you technically don't have to put a toll. A little bit of information, anybody that's got a mobility car.
Aye.
Look up the Birmingham, look up the M6 toll road of Birmingham, and you can, you pay £7, it lasts 12 months, and you don't pay for tolls.
But then again, you say last 12, it depends how many times. If you're only ever going to do it once, it's probably cheaper just to pay the toll. What?
Kidding.
What do you?
You're kidding, right? If you're going right down that toll road, that's expensive.
I thought it was just a flat fee to enter it. I didn't think it mattered how far down you were going.
No, it's zoned, mate.
Is it now? Well, that's changed since last time I did it.
Last time I went to when I went, was it Birmingham? I went down the toll road. Because I knew I was going to. So
The last time I did it, and then when it showed you, it was only about like £3 summer.
right, you go one zone. One second, because I've got to remember which class is what for the toll road. Because they have it's class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4.
They don't follow the same ones as like where class 1 is trucks and that.
Oh.
Of course, because why would they use?
They fuck it up, trust me.
Ah.
Yeah, you get there's a mobility exemption pass. I don't want that. I just want to know what fucking class is what, you dick. Because they've changed it now. Again.
Alright.
Your junction map. Seriously, I just want... Oh my god. They don't make things easy. Anyways.
Why
right.
would they make things easy for you? What would they gain from that?
So... obviously... once the price has been worked out. Pricing tables, okay. So if you haven't got an account, right? For class 1, all 3 zones, it will cost you £5, 10p.
So that actually does, because that would still be cheaper. Because if you're only going to do one way, that's
Yeah.
cheaper than buying that £7 exemption pass.
Yeah, but I'd be doing 2 because I'd use it on the way back as well.
Yeah, I know. If you were, say you were doing like a round trip and you weren't coming back that way though,
Hmm.
it would actually be cheaper. So what I said is actually right.
Well, last time I used the toll, it cost me about 12 quid before the prices changed.
Like I say, last time I used
But
it was about
class,
£3.
like I say, class 2 for non-account holders for all 3 zones, which is the entire toll road, £10.50. For account holders, it's only £8.90. But then you've got class 3, class 4 and class 5, which I imagine is coaches, wagons and towing and all that sort of shit. It can be about 18 quid.
Yeah, that's got to be a fair chunk.
That's class 5 though. And it's kind of annoying that the way they do it, it should be like, well, if you're gonna show, you know, if you're gonna say what classes you've got, put what is what.
Yeah, I'll give the Mersey Tunnel credit. At least you can pass out a nice big sign with all the different vehicles on.
No, they do have that at the toll. But I mean, on their website, they could easily just say, well, class 1 bike, class 2 car, whatever. You know, class 3 car, you know, vans or whatever. That's what I mean. They do actually have all that crap at the toll. But for the website, for people that want to know what the different classes are, then that's not very good. And obviously,
well, when the council's known for making things easy.
Eh?
When a council's known for making things easy.
This is not the council. This is the M6 toll themselves.
I think Birmingham Council have a big say in it, don't they?
No. It's a company for the M6 toll.
Well,
Council have got nothing to do because technically it's on
private land.
Technically it's not, it's national, isn't it? It's maintained by National.
But
because it's a toll
nice little private drag strip for everybody.
Which is kind of annoying, you know, it's part of the National, that's why there is a toll on it. But it's better than what, if they ever do, they'll never do the pay per mile. They'll never do that pay per mile shit that they're trying to talk about.
No, I know what you mean.
Alright, well that's the... I think is that both rice paddies ripped? Or have I missed one?
No, I think you got them both. No, I think you got them both, so if you want, you could always start replanting them. I've got the AI planting, say, canola for us in field 3. I'm just fertilising a few fields that need a coating.
Yeah, because they brought the tag system in.
Yeah, I think that then is actually all our fields. The only bit of field that isn't is there's like half a field down at 22 where I built the potato plant. I'm not sure whether I want to plant on that, whether it's going to be more room for productions later.
So obviously, you know, if your vehicle is registered as disabled or on its V5C document, which mine is, or you receive certain benefits where mobility component is calculated at the higher rate, you may be able to use the M6 toll free of charge with a mobility exemption pass. The pass operates through our new number plate recognition system, which means you'll be able to pass non-stop through the toll lanes. Obviously, you'll need to show you're in receipt of one of the following during the application: your V5, obviously confirmation letter of that, status disabled, vehicle registration number under the mobility vehicle leasing agreement, which mine's changed since, and then obviously
you better play on.
But
you will do that with them, I would imagine. That won't be difficult.
Well, it's on my V5. The new number plate went on the V5. They'll have got that, won't they? So.
It'd be worth double checking before you try and use it. I would honestly, before you try and use it, I would double check that.
I'm not getting it.
You're probably right. No, but I'm just saying if you were.
Yeah, well, the DV, I think I'd have been fucking in court by now.
Oh, you mean the I thought you meant like the M6 toll people might know the change of plate. No, the DVLA, no, yeah, obviously.
But you need your vehicle registration document, your V5. So I don't have access to the V5.
I thought you said you can like get it off.
I can get it off them. I'd have to get
If
it
you
off
need
them.
it.
Yeah. But I don't have the V5, but I'd have to give them the V5, and then basically.
So you'd have to get it off.
Off them.
Portability for that.
Yeah. And then obviously a confirmation letter with PIP.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, £7. And obviously it can take up to 7 working days for all that crap. But it lasts
12 months, you say, yeah.
is it 12 months? Or have they changed it now?
I thought you said 12 months a minute ago.
Well, it's supposed to have last 12 months, but it's whether, like I say, it's whether they've changed it. Exemption pass. FAQs below. God, they really don't make shit easy to navigate.
Well, why would they go and do something silly like that?
Which planter do I need again?
I think the one that's in the shed should be able to do long range.
It's usually the
It's a
red one,
standard.
isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a standard cedar. I've got the like the planter was currently on the back of the one doing the canola. I think you need the cedar.
Well, I think the big thing can do it, can't it?
Oh yeah, there's a. You see whether that might be too big for the paddies. Give it a go if you want.
Get it done fucking quicker than that red thing.
Well, you do 1.5 passes and you're finished.
Where's that? Yeah, the exemption would only be for that vehicle. So yeah. The exemption only would require me to be in that vehicle as per your application. Price. Will the price of any mobility exemption change if toll charges change? No, the price will stay the same even if toll prices change. We do, however, review the cost of administering the mobility exemption. So, in other words, that's still £7. How long does it last? Valid for a year. So that's not bad. If it depends if you're going to do a lot, you know, if you're going to do a lot of driving that way.
If you live down there, we're using it a lot. Then yeah. Maybe not worth as much for yourself. Maybe it goes down there once or twice every few years.
Oh yeah. I know, but it was just a case of if I was planning anything, I don't know, going down to London again or something like that, going down that way, it'd be handy to have.
Oh yeah.
We got Where's the wheat and seeds at? Are they still on that? They're still on the.
Mostly to whistle that truck, yeah. I think there's still some by the side of the.
Still on the dragger.
Oh, there's some just down the side of the silage pit.
that seeds or is that solid fertilizer?
I think there's some seeds still hiding in there, isn't there? As far as I'm aware. If not, say the dragon or over to where the Arctic is.
Causing traffic jam.
Wouldn't expect anything less from you.
I didn't quite have the back end of the cedar end, so it was causing a bit of issues.
Yeah, I wasn't liking you, eh?
No. I'm close enough to the... Where's the Arctic gone?
Where it was when you teleported into it.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, it's just down the road, it's not far away.
But it's just... I don't know, I'm just like I say... Just waiting to see what comes... I'm just waiting to see what comes up.
Yeah.
We got seeds. Have we got seeds in big bags?
No, I think they're on pallets.
I thought we had big bags of seeds.
Not that I know of.
No, it's solid fertilizer. Fuck. Okay.
And do we need some more seeds?
Need to get... Well, I need the dragon. We might need some seeds at some point, yeah.
You need a dragon, so he's not with us today.
Yeah, 'cause I bet that most of that is fertilizer.
Possibly.
Crop solutions. Yeah, solid fertilizer and solid fertilizer. So we could at some point be getting short on seed.
No problem.
I mean, how many pallets have we got on that dragon?
Not so many, because it's not a big truck, is it? You guys can get 10 pallets on it.
So yeah, we might need a... There's not. Oof, there's only 2,000...
Right, I'll get on that.
85 litres left. Seeds.
I shall get on that now.
It's been a while since we bought any seed.
Plus, I think I loaded a lot into some equipment that didn't need a huge amount in it, but at least it means, you know, it'll be ready for next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The most we've bought is fertilizer.
Oh yeah. We've always had plenty of that.
Yeah, this does do long grain rice.
Yeah, I thought it did. I think remember it did.
Did we buy this or have we still got this thing on rental?
What's that?
This Amazon.
I think it's still on rental.
fine, I'll do one headland. Didn't really want to do any headlands.
I know it won't let you do 0.
No. Yes, I know it can only be planted inside a rice field.
Where do you think I am?
Just because the equipment's slightly out of the boundary.
Yeah, I know.
But there goes David up to the store by the looks of it in the truck.
Yeah, I'm doing this seed run you're wanting.
Well, we do need it.
Well, they're going to get used, aren't they? I'm going to literally probably try and fill the trailers. It's going to be like 40,000 litres. But it will get used.
Oh, yeah. Still waiting to hear back from Ridge at the minute.
Alright. Oh, you need your wallet.
Not yet. No, I've pitched something to them.
You try to get a sponsorship deal. Oh, fair enough. Deal. If you can get one, if you can get 2 of them full asylum, I'll take one.
Because, yeah, no, I'm trying to see about one. The sponsorship deal, but I also basically pitched to them about a possible, you know, because you can chuck them ideas for,
Yeah.
certain things, and I kind of maybe pitched a bit of an idea about the, you know, the whole MagSafe thing that they do, but also for Samsungs and other brands of phones.
Yeah.
Rather than it just being iPhone. Because
makes sense.
They kind of well, they're kind of fucking their own market up in a way. I get, you know, I probably get the majority is probably iPhone users, but people like me, I'm on Samsung. You're you're the niche at this point.
Yeah, chances are they're not going to make one for mine because there's probably not the market there.
No. Well,
and I understand that, you know what I mean? I get that I've got something that's very much on the outskirts.
Yeah, you're in the niche market. But you know,
For those that don't know, I have an Asus phone.
Yeah.
And chances are, if you didn't know, then yes, Asus do phones. The laptop maker, yes, they do phones.
That you'd already had him for an RMA.
Just had to have one, yeah, I'm not going to deny that, but it got sorted. It got sorted well.
You did tell me what was up with it, didn't you?
Basically, well, they put a new mainboard in it. It got stuck in a boot loop.
Yeah, which isn't good. Considering how much they cost.
I don't know, you say that, I mean, mine was 800 quid, which in the grand scheme of phones isn't...
Oh, I know it's...
Yes, it's expensive, but...
Yeah.
In the phone market these days...
Even considering the phone I'm looking at is probably about over $1,000.
Yeah. I think if you max out iPhones, are they not knocking towards 2 these days?
Yes.
Hey.
It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I mean, you know, I looked at speccing the S25 Ultra to a terabyte. It's like 80 fucking quid. It's over 88 quid a month.
Yeah, it's madness, isn't it?
But it's like, why do... And that's the thing. It's like, well, why do I need
That much space in your phone.
a terabyte of space in my phone when I'm going to get the 512 because that's what I got with this model. But where's it at?
Realistically, these days with Google Drive and all that, you don't, because you can back up.
Yeah, I don't back up to
You
Google. I generally don't back up to Google from the phone.
No, I'm saying the option's there for you.
Yes,
So it's
I
like
know.
you don't need phones with, you know. It's not like the reason we have computers with big size spaces is because of the amount of recording we do and that and holding footage.
No, the reason why I generally don't trust Google backup or stuff like off a phone is because I never know if it would, what they would back up. As weird as that sounds.
No, I get what you're saying. I fully get what you're saying.
Where's... I never remember how to get to this on my own phone. There we go. Right. So... I have 512 gig on my phone. Right? So I know that if I put on the stuff I've got now, once if I transfer all the apps and everything over and all audio and shit,
Yeah.
there'll be 247.7 gig on this phone.
So you're using pretty much half.
Just under half of the phone, yeah. So that's why I'll go for that model again, that size of model again.
Yeah.
Because I know I won't fill it. And I've had this phone's nearly out of its contract, and I've never filled it.
You generally don't, unless you're one of these people who takes 20,000 pictures a day and has to keep them all.
I mean, it's like, yeah, by the time I go to the air show, I'll be on my new phone, so obviously I want videos, if it's a good day, I want videos and pictures of the aircraft.
Yeah. But you'll be able to take them off your phone and...
Take them off and put them on my, what I've done with the rest of mine.
Yeah.
I keep certain photographs on my phone because...
Oh yeah, I do. I have stuff on... I don't keep my phone, but a lot of stuff I back to my PC and that.
Well, it's not that, it's for wallpaper. Wallpapers. It's like I've got a lot of my, I've got a lot of my Cyprus photographs still on my phone, but they're also on my PC. There's certain photographs which haven't been taken off and put on backup yet, but they'll go on backup before the phone gets cleared.
What are you going to do with that old one? Are you going to keep it? Are you going to sell it? You're going to...
Can't sell it.
Oh no, it's got screen issues, hasn't it?
Yeah, can't sell it. Can't even recycle it. That's how much it fucking annoys me.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's alright, I ripped into a company the other day. Well, it's misleading. There's a company out there called We Buy Any Phones, right? Yes, I'll name yous. As
Yeah, she's going for a sponsorship deal with them, folks.
No, I'm not. As a... So I've checked all the legal documents, I've checked everything through their site. So, the name is very misleading, because obviously it's WeBuyAnyPhone.com. So, they don't buy any phones because I can't get rid of a Galaxy Note 10. Not that I'd get a lot for it. The 10 Plus.
Yeah.
I can't even get rid of this Galaxy Fold Z4. Now that, you may think, well, why can't you get rid of it? Because obviously I typed the IMEI number. I don't, the seed can just go back to the farm for now.
Do you reckon that'll be enough?
Yeah, where did the tractor come from?
You know what it's like when you're shopping for seed and you see something on the shelf you like the look of?
You do realise you're using AI and we're about down to 20 grand.
Yeah, we're fine. Don't panic, young Paddy one.
And so I put put the number in and can't be sold. Look on their website, but it says they can sell the Galaxy Fold.
Right.
They don't specify what model.
Unfortunately, yours is one that they don't. Well, why don't they? Because of all the problems he's had.
No, they just apparently they don't take them. I'm still waiting for a response from the company, and I've told them I want a response
Oh, yeah.
because it's wrong. It's misleading.
Oh, definitely.
And I turned around and said quite sarcastically in the email that maybe you should change your company name if you don't buy every phone. If you don't buy every type of phone. Because you don't, your name's called WeBuyAnyPhone.com. Well, you technically fucking don't. So it was annoying.
Imagine, yeah.
But I'm going to leave the rice field till
The next time.
next time.
This figure was 1 minute, the AI is just doing his last little bit and then he's finished rolling. So the canola's in, the sunflowers obviously are in.
And there's just this rice. There'll be this rice to go in.
Yeah. And then the next day, I don't think any of our fields are going to be ready by the looks of it, but...
We need to remember we need to keep an eye on the rice
we'll need to
fields
flood that.
when we do them.
I don't think we'll need to flood that one you've just planted. I think you flood it on its first do you?
I don't know.
If I remember right, you don't flood it like now, you'd flood it once it got through a couple of growth stages. I think we'll check it next time.
I think it's one.
Yeah, we'll check it next time, no problem. Right, that AI's done.
So... where the hell's the thing? Where's the pump?
On that one, it's at the very top.
One thing I've noticed as well. That's weird.
So,
Well, there was an...
we'll let you flood it, yeah.
Okay, so it's the next station.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a minute. So, yeah, we're going to end this one here. So, obviously, thank you to everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And thank you to David for joining.
Pleasure as always.
And we shall see you for the next one. So, until then.
Fucking dumbass.
Bye, folks.
Goodbye for now.